All right. Do I have any volunteers? As we're finishing up, you can have another about 45 seconds to finish up. But do I have any volunteers who want to share a story about a time when they were sick, or a family member or a friend was sick? Any volunteers to share? Thank you, Jay Venetia. As we're finishing up, let's hear Jay Venetia's what she wrote for her bellringer. You can either read or just describe what she wrote. Need everyone listen to Jay Venetia.
When I had stomach, my cousin had stomach bag first, and then she was breathing in my face, and then I got sick, and I started throwing up.
So, Jay Venetia, were you out of school when you got the stomach flu?
No, I was in
Alright, so
you said was I out of school?
So you were held from school. So how long were you out for? Like how long were you out for?
Like 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, and I went to the hospital because I was out on float.
They could be very serious with stomach flu. Alright, yes. You had the flu? Okay. What were some of your symptoms, if you don't mind me asking, Christiana?
I stayed in bed. I didn't want to eat.
Yeah.
I was feeling weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can share a personal story of mine. My uncle had pancreatic cancer. He had it for about 2 years.
What is that?
Pancreatic. It's a cancer in his pancreas. He had it for about 2 years. He passed away from it, but that was when I was in high school. So when I was close to your age, I think a little bit older than you guys, is when he passed away. But that was a very, obviously a very hard time in our lives for my family. But we learned a lot about the disease and a lot about cancer in general by going through that process. So, you have something you want to share? Flu? Okay.
My dad had the flu, and I caught the symptoms at home, but I took him to school.
Yeah. I wonder if you ended up spreading it to someone like Jay Venetia or to Christiana maybe. But that happens a lot, right? Contagious disease like that. Here's what I want you to think about, alright? So let me just tell you, listen up. We are in a new unit now. This marks the beginning of a new unit on cells. Here's why it's important to our daily lives. Everything that is living is made up of cells, including you and me. And the reason why we get sick, the reason why we have certain symptoms that we have, the reason why we take different types of medicine that we take when we are sick. So again, the reason for all of that, hold on, I asked for silence, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So the reason why we have those symptoms, the reason why we take different types of medicine, okay, the way that we get sick, it all boils down to cells in our bodies. If we understand how our cells work, we understand why we get sick, how we treat our sicknesses. Okay? So that's one reason why it's important to know it for your daily life. The other reason why it's important to know it for this class is because this stuff is definitely going to be on that test. And I know that there are people in this class that are striving to meet their proficient or advanced goals that we set for them at the end of last VMA. Alright, so you will see a lot of this on the test, which is why another reason why it's going to be important for your personal goals in this class. Alright, yeah, you got a question?
So we got to take one.
On Friday, we might have a very small quiz. Alright. Can I get Hosey? Can you read this in a loud voice for me? Students will be able to what? By the end of today, you'll be able to what, Hosey? Can't see?
You said what?
Students will be able to, can you just read it?
Identify and distinguish between levels of organization.
Alright. You got a question? Is it about this?
Oh.
Science boards are going to be pushed back to the 23rd. That's not this Friday, but next. Okay, so you have some extra time. Alright, y'all. Just a warning. This next picture you're about to see is pretty gross. So if you don't like gross things, if you're kind of queasy, you can close your eyes. Alright? So go ahead and take a look. Alright. This snake, this is called a Russel's viper.
Okay, a Russell's viper. And when it bites people, it causes all sorts of problems, including the leg swells up, there's a lot of bleeding, there are other problems that take place inside the body. One of the biggest problems that comes from the snake bites is kidney failure. Okay? I'll take your question in just a minute. So the reason why we're learning about snakes is because we're going to learn about cells in the context of snakes and how they interact with people. All right? Yes. Yeah. So sometimes it can kill the person. Like 1 in 3, like 30% of the time, it kills the person that it bites. Okay? So we're going to learn about how does this lead to kidney failure in people? How does a snake bite lead to kidney failure? Alright? By the end of the next couple of days, you should know how to answer that question. What leads to the kidney failure? You guys might have some initial ideas, but we're going to learn about exactly how it happens. Alright? Just hold your comments for now. Are there any questions? Do you have a question?
Yeah, what that green stuff?
What stuff?
Green stuff.
This? It might be just from the grass and from. He looks like he was outside barefoot.
There's a cut.
These things here.
Right there.
The line.
Here?
The line.
Oh, this? No, that looks like a rubber band or something. I think they bit him right here on the heel. Okay. All right, so we're about to watch a really interesting video with a snake in it. Okay. Your task for this video, y'all. All you gotta do right now is watch the video and be prepared to share your observations. So just make observations and be prepared to share them. Alright? It's a really interesting video. I think you guys will find it pretty fascinating. Alright. Alright, so let's see what happens in this. Alright, there's the snake. It's biting a rubber cup. We can watch that one more time, maybe. Alright, one more time so you can really see everything. So, with that said, or with that done, y'all, we're gonna have, listen up, we're gonna have 3, first of all, let me just give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that video, thumbs silence if it was okay, thumbs down if it was boring. Okay, most people enjoyed it, one person thought it was boring, some people thought it was okay. Alright, here's what I need you to do. We're going to have 3 different levels of questions. Alright, 3 different levels. The first level is just going to be based on your observations. What you're going to do is everyone needs to have something to write on. You're going to write your answers on your own paper, but you can talk about your answers with your group. Okay? I'm going to give you, this first set is all about observations. I'm going to give you about 4 minutes to discuss these questions with your group and write your own answers in your book or on your paper, okay? So again, you can do it in your notebook. I'll do it part of your notebook check, okay? So again, 4 minutes. I need y'all working on this in 3, 2, hold on, let me clarify my expectations. Only work with your group, and your discussion should only be about these questions. Alright, this group here is going to earn some tickets. Your time starts now. On your own paper. Alright, this group here is getting down to business.
Destiny, this corner, I don't use that in my classroom.
What do you know?
That's so ugly how they spell it. True.
Venom.
Be like that.
Venom.
Okay. Too long. All right. I don't know. Just a V. And we're stupid. What did you know you want to snake it down? You made 2 holes.
No, we weren't on one.
Hey. Alright, good. Would you be willing to share one of your answers, please? I didn't give me many more.
Number 3, this guy. 3.
I'm trying to go to weekend.
Alright, and I said you had about 4 minutes. You now have about 2 to finish up. You can turn one of the lights on. Alright, as you're finishing up, I want you to take the next minute and a half to finish in silence at voice level 0. So again, I need you to take the next minute and a half to finish at voice level 0 because we're going to talk through some of our answers. I want you to just listen to your classmates' ideas. Alright, do I have a volunteer? This is the only time I take a volunteer. Do I have a volunteer to answer number 1, just to summarize what was happening? Thank you, Javanisha.
Snake biting down on a place concern.
Okay, good. And expand, build on that. What happens after he bites down?
He had just come in.
Release venom, and then what do they do with the venom?
They put it up in some blood.
Okay, good. Thank you. And number 2, what did you notice when the snake bit down on the rubber? I think Javanisha already mentioned that, so we're going to skip that one. Josh volunteered for number 3. Do you think the man added a lot or a little liquid?
It was like a little drop.
Just a little drop. It came out of the syringe there. Right? Venom, yeah. Okay, so just a little bit of blood was added to, just a little bit of venom was added to a lot of blood, right? And you saw what effect that had. So can I have Danae describe the blood after the liquid was added?
Good old green.
Solid.
Strawberry.
Okay, it was, what'd you say, Josh? You said something.
He said nut all grease.
Centauri?
It was a side. It was like a young pet from KFC.
Okay. Good comparison there. Good comparison. Kiana, you want to add something to that? It was solid. What else was it like?
No, I had
Solid. Okay. All right. Numbers 5 and 6. Can I have Tylen do number 5? Can I have Tyron do number 6? Tylen, number 5.
Have you ever seen anything? Ask the question or read the question.
Read and answer.
Have you ever seen anything like this before? No, sir.
No, you have not. Tyron, have you ever noticed blood behaving this way before?
No.
You haven't. Never before? Raise your hand if you have noticed blood doing something similar before. Has anyone ever noticed blood doing something similar before? No one has? Okay, interesting. Alright, here are your level 2 questions. There are fewer of these because they're a little bit more difficult. You have to make inferences and predictions now.
I mean, cool.
Alright. You have, again, 4 minutes to do these 4 questions for level 2. A little bit more challenging. Come around and see who's got it.
Stan, what you mean? What you mean by that?
Make an inference, make an assumption.
What you mean?
Or try to basically make a connection or an assumption. How would you explain how the blood comes up? If you were to explain it to someone, how would you explain it?
I don't know. Like input.
A bump.
Do you think the same?
Hey, I need to hear conversations about the work or nothing at all.
Move, bro.
That's my
Take to it. Child. Do you think the same?
Interesting.
Don't get back because you dry.
Anything spelled right? It's called
Singular's turn to the opposite of things, please. And these are all the time.
Hey, John, where you get this ticket from? That's the only time it was on the
Yo, man. I got a guy over there. I got a jam bar.
There should be
Who's your The white is DT. He'll be from both of y'all. The white.
Alright, I'm coming around for those who didn't share. I'm going to see if there's a volunteer to share this time.
What you mean? Miss Kelly, what's your believe by number 3?
Number 3.
Wow.
So, number 3 builds off number 2, yeah. Number 3, Josh. Unacceptable first one. Something like that again. Josh, I need you to go pick it up and throw it in the trash.
Huh?
And you go pick it up and throw it in the trash. Okay, go with both of you. Josh, like one of my
Man, why I do? Why I do?
You choose which one you want to answer. Number 1 that I didn't think here.
You come out different from them too. Different in Bible and
For which one? Number 3, yeah. So containers can be number 2.
Hey.
Alright, we're coming together in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, I need you guys to listen to your classmates' ideas as you finish up your own writing. Rosie, you said you were going to answer number 1. Can you do that for me? The question was, how would you explain how the blood comes out? How would you explain that?
Yeah. We put the Venom.
Hold on.
It had a big.
1 second. Jalela, Deasia, Josh, and Drika. Need everyone silent right now. Listen to your classmate. Posey, can you explain? How would you explain how the blood comes up?
What that Venom mean? Some they had put that in them. They only had made this stuff like that. It's China.
Okay, so the venom is what caused the change, basically what you're saying. Okay. Alright, good, thank you. Number 2, Cantavius, do you think the same thing would happen if the blood were still inside someone's body? Do you think it would happen the same way?
no, they'll probably have blood clot.
Do you think they would have a blood clot? Okay, interesting. And DeMarcus, view number 4, did you expect the venom to cause this change? The change that you saw or something else? Something else? What did you expect would happen when they added it? Turn black? Okay, so color change. Interesting. Alright. Last question. This is the hardest one. Basically, you need to go into more detail, and you're going to try to come up with an explanation for why this happens this way. Alright, so last level. I'm coming around to those who are really focusing hard on this. And I'll give you just 2.5 minutes. Just 2.5 minutes for this last question here, level 3. That's
Boss, I mean, where to show me. Colleen, who coach you got?
okay, Tyron.
I can't see me skin.
Okay, what that mean?
Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, so do you think the venom contains something that makes the blood pump up? Does the venom have a certain characteristic that causes this change? I want to hear your ideas. Alright, Javanisha has some ideas. I'm also going to ask Thelma, Deasia, and Andrika to share. Okay? And sometimes if you like to share as well, you can. Alright, Javanisha, what's your idea?
I think you have some kind of little poison in it.
Okay, so you think the venom contains some type of poison. Alright. Thelma, do you want to build on that? Is your idea the same or is it different? Okay, the acid in the venom. Interesting. Deasia, can you share?
I said something
About acid?
No, right there.
Deasia.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrika, what did you think? What she said? And Tantara, she wanted to share.
I think the venom took the nutrients from the fresh blood because venom is like an acid which burn all the fats and things. So since the fresh blood didn't get nutrients, it couldn't help it.
Interesting. So you added the word nutrients. That's
I know what I said.
yes, for
I
sure.
said the blood contains oxygen and the venom part does something to the oxygen. Basically.
Ooh, very interesting. Alright, a lot of good ideas, y'all. Need your attention in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we had some great ideas about what caused this blood to change. We're going to learn more about that in the next couple of days, over the next couple of days to find out what exactly caused this to change. Okay, but what I need you to do right now is we have a little bit of notes. So, here's the first thing you need to write down. Right here. Alright, Christiana's going to write her notes down and earn some tickets. Andrika's writing her notes down, earn some tickets.
I do some more of this.
Yep.